Hello everyone, this is Zahra from Self-Care for Educators. In this video, I want to explain the effects of one breathing technique called alternate nostril yoga breathing or Nadi Shodhana on brain hemisphere. Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril yoga breathing is a simple yet powerful technique that settles the mind, body, and emotions. It is particularly helpful to ease racing thoughts if you are experiencing anxiety, stress, or having trouble falling asleep. There are several different styles of Nadi Shodhana, but they all serve the purpose of creating balance and regulating the flow of air through your nasal passages. In fact, the term Nadi Shodhan means clearing the channels of circulation. Let's together practice this breathing technique, and I hope you enjoy it.
Welcome to our new Shri Shri Yoga session. Today we will learn the alternate nostril breathing technique, or the Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. Sit comfortably with your spine erect and shoulders relaxed. Place your left hand on your knee, palm open to the sky, and gently bring the tips of the index finger and thumb in contact with each other. With the right hand, control the flow of breath through the nostrils. Place the index and middle finger on your forehead between the eyebrows. Place the little finger and ring finger gently on the left nostril, placing the thumb on the right. Press your thumb down and breathe out gently through the left nostril. Then breathe in from the left nostril and breathe out from the right. Breathe in from the right nostril and exhale from the left. You have just completed one round of Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. Remember to breathe in from the same nostril from which you exhale. It's important to take long, deep breaths in without forcing or putting effort, as if you were smelling the fragrance of a flower. Complete 9 such rounds. Keep your eyes closed and continue taking long, deep breaths. You can practice this breathing technique 2 to 3 times a day. Nadi Shodhan Pranayam pauses the chatter that goes on in the mind. Do a 10-minute meditation after doing this pranayam and keep this beautiful feeling of peace and calm with you through the day.
Okay. There are a lot of benefits that people attribute to Nadi Shodhan technique, and most of them are attributed to right brain hemisphere. In fact, they say it influences the right hemisphere of the brain in the way that all these benefits come out of it. These benefits mainly include that Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril yoga breathing infuses the body with oxygen. It clears and releases toxins. It reduces stress and anxiety, calms and rejuvenates nervous system, helps to balance hormones, supports clear and balanced respiratory channels, helps to alleviate respiratory allergies that cause hay fever, sneezing, or wheezing. It balances solar and lunar masculine and feminine energies. It fosters mental clarity and alert mind. It enhances the ability to concentrate, and it brings balance to left and right hemispheres of the brain. And there are also some studies that prove some of these benefits and a lot more. These studies are conducted mainly based on electroencephalography EEG techniques to record brain waves. One of these studies conducted by Tels et al. In 2017 is on hemisphere-specific EEG related to alternate nostril yoga breathing. In this study, These people studied 13 people. 13 people participated in this study. These were normal, healthy participants to determine the effects of this breathing technique on cerebral hemisphere asymmetry and changes in the standard EEG bands, that is, the brain waves. Participants were randomly allocated to 3 sessions on separate days. The first session was to alternate nostril yoga breathing. The second session or second day was breath awareness, and the third one was quiet sitting. EEG was recorded from a bilaterally symmetrical side, and there was found, as you see in the image, of course, no asymmetry was found, but there was the relative power of the waves were estimated and recorded. Among these waves, the theta band energy was decreased during alternate nostril yoga breathing. The beta band amplitude was lower after an ANYB or alternate nostril breathing, and also during the quiet sitting, the beta band energy increased while the amplitude of the alpha band reduced. Okay, these brain waves, alpha band, delta band, can be explained later, but as you see in the image, there are more power and more energy on the right hemisphere. Both hemispheres are affected, but more energy is recorded on the right hemisphere. In fact, there was no changes in cerebral hemisphere symmetry, but the relative power in the theta band was decreased during the alternate nostril yoga breathing, and the beta amplitude was lower after that breathing. These people concluded that the alternate nostril yoga breathing was associated with greater calmness, whereas quiet sitting without specific direction was associated with arousal. The results imply a possible use of this breathing technique for stress and anxiety reduction. Another study also talks about different records of EEG techniques and different waves of the brain. In this study, Sean et al. Studied beneficial effects of mindfulness-based breathing, particularly on this alternate nostril yoga breathing technique. Participants were 34 people and were tested before and after 8 weeks of mindful breath awareness meditation and alternate nostril yoga breath technique along with mindfulness practices. Then the meditation, and there was one control group. As you see, these photos are from the experimental group that practiced alternate nostril yoga breathing, and the control group that just practiced quiet sitting and relaxation. With regard to the band energy of this theta band, there was at the vertex and occipital site higher energy. As you see, there are higher energy on the right side, and there was a decrease in the amplitude of the beta band after breathing practice at the right occipital site again. But in this picture, during the sitting quietly, both picture about control group. Amplitude of the alpha band reduced at the right vertex site, and there was an increase in energy in the beta band at the right prefrontal site. This shows that alternate nostril yoga breathing resulted in a decrease in theta band energy at the vertex and occipital site on the right side. And there was again a decrease in the amplitude of the beta band after alternate nostril yoga breathing at the right occipital site, while the amplitude of the alpha band reduced during sitting quietly at the right vertex site. Also, during sitting quietly, there was an increase in the energy in the beta band at the right prefrontal cortex. Wow. These studies and a lot more studies prove that when we are involved with alternate nostril yoga breathing, or other breathing techniques, we can activate some parts and send more energy to the right part of the brain that is associated with less stress, with imagination, pleasure, and artistic, and a less stressful action. These are the references of the articles that I talked about. I can also share them on the website, and thank you so much for your attention. I really hope you have found this brief information useful. Have a nice time.